Mike Chen didn't sleep much. Not because he didn't want to, but because the digital gates of OmniCore Systems, the largest defense tech conglomerate in the U.S., never closed. As lead cybersecurity architect, he was the silent guardian behind firewalls that repelled nation-state hackers, ransomware cartels, and corporate spies daily. His code was invisible, his victories uncelebrated, but the company untouchable. Until Mr. John Smith, the visionary CEO who'd handpicked Mike after a near-catastrophic breach years ago, collapsed from a sudden stroke. Enter Lina Smith, his sharp-tongued, impeccably dressed daughter. At 28, she'd studied business at Wharton, but had never spent a day in engineering. Still, the board handed her temporary executive authority while her father recovered. She walked the halls like she owned them, which technically she would one day. One rainy Tuesday at 6:17 a.m., Lina strode into the Security Operations Center, heels clicking like judgment on marble. There, slumped over his console, coffee gone cold, eyes shadowed with exhaustion, was Mike, still in yesterday's shirt, lines of code frozen on his screen, alerts silenced only minutes before. He'd just neutralized a zero-day exploit targeting OmniCore's quantum encryption vault, a hack traced back to a foreign intelligence cell. He'd been awake for 38 hours. He saved billions. But Lina saw only a sloppy employee sleeping on the job. "Unbelievable," she snapped, voice dripping with disdain. "My father built this empire on discipline, and you're napping like some intern?" Mike tried to speak. "Ma'am, we just stopped." "Save it," she cut him off. "You're fired, effective immediately. Security will escort you out." No hearing, no review, just humiliation. Mike gathered his things in silence, his worn backpack, a framed photo of his late mentor, Mr. Smith, years ago, shaking his hand after the first big breach, and the encrypted drive containing his personal threat logs. He didn't argue, didn't beg, he simply walked out as the very systems he'd protected began to flicker in the dark. 2 days later, Mike sat in a quiet corner of the Cypher Cafe, nursing black coffee and rewriting his resume, when he noticed her. Elena Rossi, daughter of Marco Rossi, CEO of VantaShield, OmniCore's fiercest rival. She was scribbling furiously in a notebook, brow furrowed, muttering about legacy protocols and failed MFA. Her laptop screen showed a tangled mess of security architecture diagrams. Mike recognized the pain. VantaShield's system was outdated, vulnerable, and under active siege. He hesitated, then walked over. "Your SSO integration is bypassing your endpoint detection. That's why they keep getting in," he said gently. Elena looked up, startled, then hopeful. Her eyes were warm brown, framed by tired lashes. "You understand this?" "I used to design systems like this, before I got fired for sleeping at my desk." She laughed, a soft, genuine sound. "Sounds like my father would have done the same." She sighed. "He's sick too, and I'm drowning." Mike offered to help, just for an hour. That hour became a night. That night became a week, and within a month, Mike wasn't just rebuilding VantaShield's cybersecurity, he was its new Chief Information Security Officer. And Elena? She wasn't just grateful, she was falling. She saw his patience, his brilliance, his quiet integrity. She brought him soup when he coded through fevers, she defended him to her skeptical board, and one evening, as they watched fireflies blink over the server farm's cooling towers, she kissed him. "I don't care where you came from. I care where you're going, and I want to go there with you." Meanwhile, at OmniCore, chaos reigned. Mr. John Smith returned, leaner, weaker, but sharp as ever, only to find his company hemorrhaging data. 3 major clients had pulled out. A Chinese syndicate had exfiltrated prototype AI defense schematics. The stock plummeted 40%. "How?" he rasped, gripping his cane. "Our systems were impenetrable." Then he saw the logs. The attack window, the exact night Mike was fired. The vulnerability, one only Mike knew how to patch. His blood ran cold. "Where is Mike Chen?" he demanded. "He's gone, Dad," Lina admitted, voice trembling. "I fired him. I thought—" "You thought wrong," John interrupted, not with anger, but grief. "He wasn't sleeping. He was saving us." Worse, they learned Mike had joined VantaShield, and under his leadership, their rival wasn't just secure, it was thriving, winning contracts, innovating, becoming the new gold standard. OmniCore was becoming obsolete. Lina, racked with guilt, begged her father to fix it. Together, they went to VantaShield's headquarters, humble, modern, buzzing with energy, and asked to see Mike. He met them in the lobby, calm, professional, wearing a VantaShield badge. "Mr. Smith, Mike," said respectfully. "Lina." John extended a hand. "Mike, I'm so sorry. We failed you." Lina's eyes filled. "I was arrogant, blind. Can you come back, please?" Mike looked at them, then past them to where Elena stood in the glass hallway, watching, trusting him completely. "I'm exactly where I need to be, but I'll always respect what you built, sir." He didn't gloat, didn't rub it in, but he didn't return either, because loyalty, once broken, doesn't reboot like a server. Years later, VantaShield acquired OmniCore, not out of revenge, but necessity. Mike oversaw the integration with grace, ensuring no OmniCore employee lost their job. Even Lina was offered a role in ethics compliance. At the merger party, she approached him one last time. "You could have destroyed us," she said. "I didn't want to destroy anyone, just build something better." And as Elena slipped her hand into his beneath the string lights, Mike knew, some fires don't burn you down, they forge you into something stronger. And love, it's the only firewall that truly lasts.